By the time the sun climbed over the hospital parking lot, Marwan Qureshi already knew he was about to lose the one person he had spent years pretending not to love. He stood beside the vending machines with a paper cup of coffee trembling in his hand, watching Saira Noor walk down the corridor in a pale blue dress, her hair pinned loosely, her smile tired but brave. She was not walking toward him. She was walking toward another life. And the cruelest part was that she still looked back at him like he mattered. 3 years earlier, on a bright Friday morning in Lahore, Marwan had laughed beside a roadside tea stall and said the words that would later haunt him, "Whoever marries you will be lucky." He had meant it as a joke, the kind of careless sentence people throw into the air when their hearts are too cowardly to speak the truth. But Saira had turned toward him, sunlight touching her face, and replied softly, "I agree." She smiled when she said it, but there was something in her eyes that made Marwan forget how to breathe. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and the quiet love people hide behind ordinary words, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to Silent Dad Stories. Your support helps stories like this reach hearts that may need them. Marwan was a delivery driver by day and a silent dreamer by night. His father had died when he was 16, leaving behind debts, a broken scooter, and a mother who smiled only so her son would not break. Marwan had learned early that love was expensive. Not because flowers cost money or weddings needed gold, but because loving someone meant promising them a future. And he had no future to offer, only rented rooms, overdue bills, and hands that smelled of petrol. Saira worked at a small charity clinic near Anarkali Bazaar. She was the kind of person who remembered the names of patients who could not pay, who carried biscuits in her bag for street children, who spoke gently even when the world answered harshly. Marwan first met her when he delivered medical supplies to the clinic and found her arguing with the pharmacist because an old woman needed insulin. He watched her empty her own purse onto the counter, then laugh as if losing her lunch money was nothing. That laugh stayed with him longer than it should have. Their friendship grew in the daylight. Always daylight. Morning tea before work. Short rides through crowded streets. Conversations beneath gulmohar trees while traffic groaned around them. Saira spoke about opening a free women's health center one day. Marwan spoke about practical things because dreams made him nervous. She told him he was kinder than he looked. He told her she was too generous for her own good. And somewhere between teasing and silence, between shared tea and unfinished sentences, love began sitting beside them like a third person. But Marwan never named it. He saw the difference between them too clearly. Saira came from a respectable family. Her brother was an engineer in Dubai. Her mother spoke of proposals the way other people discussed weather. Marwan had one good shirt, a tired motorbike, and a mother whose medicine cost more every month. So he loved Saira the only way he believed he was allowed to love her, quietly, helpfully, from a safe distance. Then came the morning of the joke. They were standing outside the clinic after helping a young father pay for his newborn's treatment. Saira had stayed up all night arranging donations, her eyes red from exhaustion, yet she still looked peaceful. Marwan handed her tea and said, lightly, "Whoever marries you will be lucky." He expected her to laugh. Instead, she looked at him as though she had been waiting a long time for him to be brave. "I agree," she said. For a moment, the city disappeared. The honking cars, the bicycle bells, the smell of dust and cardamom, all of it faded. Marwan could have said everything then. He could have said, "Let it be me." He could have said, "I am poor, afraid, and unfinished, but my heart has chosen you." Instead, fear gripped him. He looked away and joked about how her future husband would need strong nerves. Saira smiled, but something delicate closed inside her. After that, she changed slowly. Not cruelly. Just carefully. Her messages became shorter. Their tea breaks became rare. When Marwan asked if she was upset, she said she was busy. He accepted the lie because accepting it was easier than confronting his own cowardice. Months passed. His mother's health worsened. He took extra shifts. The city became a blur of addresses and hospital receipts. Then one afternoon, while delivering supplies to the clinic, he saw Saira standing with a man in a white kurta. The man was tall, polished, confident. His name was Rayyan Shah, a family-approved proposal recently returned from Qatar. Saira introduced them politely. Marwan shook his hand and felt something inside him collapse without making a sound. The engagement was announced on a sunny Sunday. Marwan heard it from the clinic receptionist, who spoke excitedly about the wedding hall.